Hello, spectators, and welcome to the show. It is your host, MosaicArts, here with another stream of Minecraft Hardcore Mode. So, last time, we were working on the mob farm. Because, really, for all intents and purposes, it's a really great thing to have. That really helps you in hardcore mode because of things like EXP and the like. There might be mic problems again. How severe? I can fix them if there is. If they're like too severe, I can fix them. That is something I will say. But otherwise, yeah. We are continuing. Hold on. Let me fix something. Can you still hear me, chat? Hello? Chat, can you still hear me? Hello? Ah, I see. I got it. Hold on, I need to check something real quick. Hello? Can you hear me, chat? Hello? Chat, can you hear me? Can you hear me, chat? Chat, are you able to hear me? Okay, you can. Good. Hello, new guy, Epic Riffin. Welcome to the stream. Okay, that's weird. I can't hear the... Okay, now I can hear the game audio. I'm good. I can see your messages, Ludwig. Yeah, it's just that there was something odd going on where, like, my Bluetooth mic was doing weird stuff, but it's all good. I can hear you. Yeah, no, I can see your messages, Ludwig. It's all good on that regard. It's just that, like, for some reason, I just could not see you for a bit. Yeah, it was just really strange. But also, shoot, the sun's setting. I found out something... Is this a joinable world? No, I'm single player. I'm playing on Hardcore Epic. We are just gonna go to sleep real quick. Looking for something. Can't find it. Yeah, it's just odd. Like, I'm having a bit of trouble for some reason, like, hearing the game audio. I don't know why. It's just on my end. Can I go to sleep, game? Or are you just gonna... Okay, you let me go to sleep. You're not completely unresponsive, game. Well, at my grandparents' house in the country, I don't have the best Wi-Fi. I'm actually sleeping in my mom's childhood bedroom. Ah, I see. I see, Ludwig. That makes sense. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so basically I found something very interesting about river biomes. Yeah. They, what is it? they can't spawn mobs. So, the platform that I'm putting out going this way, I probably shouldn't do that. I should probably build it to go this way, so mobs actually spawn. Otherwise, that would be bad. That would be no good, as Sonic would say. That'd be bad and no good, and that'd be terrible, and be, yeah, pretty bad. Anyway, discussion topics, chat. How do you feel about copper? Just out of curiosity, what do you think of copper? I'm just curious about it. When it comes to the opinion that I have regarding copper, I'm fine with it, more or less. Like, it's a nice alternative, like, early game, like, upgrade. It really helps you out and stuff. It's not that big in uses, but honestly, in a lot of ways, it might still be better than gold. Because I gotta be real with you. Gold, the only good use gold has, to be fair, actually, no. Gold in more recent updates of Minecraft has become better than it usually is, to be honest. Copper's not that useful if you're playing normal survival. It's a but it's a neat addition. Yeah, it doesn't have that many uses, honestly, because the armor is just kind of like whatever. It's not that great. Iron's way better. Like, lightning rods are nice to have. The what is it now is nice to have. The spyglasses are nice to have, but like honestly, there's not that much really hard-hitting stuff you're going to get from using it, if I have to be honest with you. Okay. Now, why don't we just do this? Oh. I just broke my stone axe. Didn't realize. Or was that my iron one? I actually don't know. I think it was stone, but yeah. By the way, did you see the videos I sent you yet? Yeah, I actually did, Ludwig. They were pretty funny, to be honest. It's just that, like, you know, there was one running joke in it that I didn't like. But otherwise, they were pretty funny and random and chaotic. I think I liked them. That's basically my opinion there, Ludwig. Yeah, I liked it, and yeah. Other than, like, you know, one thing about it, but, like, yeah, pretty good. I liked them. They were pretty funny. My friends definitely liked them, and there are more to come. And I will definitely watch those when they come out, too. So, look forward to that, Ludwig. So yeah, we are breaking the wood at the speed of a stone axe. I mean, yeah, literally at the speed of stone axe, because of the fact that it's just kind of like, literally, it's like, yeah, like stone axe is like, this axe isn't enchanted at all, that's what I'm getting at. And so it's like, I'm literally breaking it at the speed of, stone axe. So yeah, that is certainly what we are doing right now. Okay, so we want to build the mob farm this way, as I have already talked about. The whole reason we want to build it this way effectively comes down to, yeah, what I already said. It turns out the river biome does not spawn mobs at all. So, what you want to do is build either over an ocean, which, yeah, is way over there. We're not going over there now. Or you want to make sure, like, the actual farm part of it is in, like, a biome where mobs actually spawn. Such as a savanna. Such as the savanna, or whatever. That was a phase for a reference, if you're curious. But yeah, let's see. But yeah, let's see. discussion topics. Let's see what comes to mind. Okay, let's ask the chat a random question. What would you say your favorite mob in Minecraft is? For whatever the reason might be. I'm just curious. What would you guys say is your favorite mob in Minecraft and why? Mine, I genuinely have no idea. I never really thought of it, but I did just think of the question just now. So, I genuinely don't know. I think, let's see, are we technically in the savannah yet? I like the creeper. Creeper? Oh, man. Yeah, original joke, I know. Okay, that's weird. Does it, like, not say what biome you're in? Because it's funny when people die to it. Funny. You're funny, Ludwig. Shoot. Where? It doesn't tell you what biome you're in anymore? That's weird. That's pretty silly. Normally it does tell you, like, what biome you're in. But then we're just like, they're just like, oh yeah, we're not telling you what biome you're in this time around. Too bad, you're just gonna have to figure things out on your own. Let's see. I think we're gonna go a little bit further because what's the reason? I want to make sure that, like, when we build everything out, is specifically only in the savannah area. Okay. I think that's what we're going to go for. But yeah, regarding my favorite mob, like I said, I genuinely don't know, because I actually have not actually thought about it until now. If anything, I'm asking you guys a question, despite the fact that I haven't actually really thought of that. I haven't answered that question, if I have to be honest with you. Anyway, I now have a question. So, I don't know if you guys have heard of, like, the, UHC game mode, but if you've heard of the UHC game mode, what do you think of it? Personally, like, I like it. It's just that the main problem I have is just I'm really not good at it at all. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, like, or even know, like, when this guy used to do a bunch of UHCs, there was this guy, the YouTuber, I think his name was, like... Okay, so basically, yeah, Ludwig, UHC, essentially what it is basically, like, a bunch of players are spawned into a naturally generating survival... Also, UHC stands for Ultra Hardcore. I didn't get to mention that. But basically, what Ultra Hardcore is basically a bunch of players are spawned into a naturally generating survival world, you know, so something kind of like this. This is a possible UHC map. And basically, there's a grace period in which people... Yeah, that's what it means, Ludwig. Ultra Hardcore. But yeah, basically the way it works is that people are spawned into a naturally generating, survival world, basically. And they all share the same survival world that they spawn into. And basically what happens is, first there's a 10-minute, sometimes it can be 15 or 20-minute, but oftentimes it's 10-minute grace period, where in this time people just gather resources, and after that 10 to 20-minute grace period passes, it's PvP time. Like, PvP turns on, and now people can kill each other. Even if they, like, you know, just randomly find each other and stuff like that. And, like, so, like, really, UHC fights can happen anywhere. They can happen in the plains, they can happen in the savannah, they can happen in the rivers, they can happen in the caves. Really, they can happen anywhere that people are allowed to go, effectively in a normal survival world. That's basically what happens in it. But basically, the whole point of the game is you're supposed to be the last player standing. That's how you win. It's a little bit like Fortnite in that regard, if I have to be honest, because I've heard Fortnite works somewhat similar to that. But yeah, one of the biggest things that's super crazy about Ultra Hardcore, this is why the mascot associated with it oftentimes is a golden apple, is basically, what is it? Natural regen is turned off in Ultra Hardcore. Yeah, I'm not kidding. So literally the only way to actually heal your HP back up usually is with golden apples, because oftentimes you can't even go to the nether in Ultra Hardcore. Yeah, as of, like, the name of the minigame, it's a pretty advanced PvP game, if I have to be honest with you. That, like I said, I was never particularly good at. So, yeah. It's kind of like a thing of, like... Yeah, it's really hard, Ludwig. Like, I'm pretty bad at it. Like, despite me playing, like, what had to be at least, like, hundreds of different games of it, I only ever won, I think, one of them? I'm pretty sure. Even though, like, I played, like, so many different games, I only ever won one of them. There was one game I got... Yeah, see, so this kind of segues into my next topic. There was this YouTuber who, basically, he used to do, like, a whole lot of, like, yeah, he used to do a whole lot of, like, UHC content, where basically, he ran, like, a UHC server. Won one of them. I got it. That's a reference to the Mega Man video, probably. But yeah, I only won one of them, honestly. And otherwise, I just don't think I've ever won any other ones, because, yeah, it's a hard game, and oftentimes, a lot of players partake in them. Like, there can literally be as many as, like, over 100 players that partake in them a lot of times. But yeah, basically, there was this YouTuber who basically, he used to, like, run UHC games, like, all the time. And the way he would do them is that he would run a UHC game, but it would have a gimmick, basically. And I was on his server for a long time because it was honestly a really fun server to be on, because of the fact that, like, we never knew what was going to happen with the new UHC games next. Like, there'd be rules like UHC, but, everybody has OP loot. UHC, but, anvils rain from the sky. I'm not even kidding about that one. UHC, but, what is it? Yeah, UHC, but you're not allowed to wear armor. UHC, but swords are disabled. UHC, but you can give yourself potion effects. Like, there's just a lot of different games he used to do and stuff, but sadly the server shut down as of now. But there's still a lot of videos up of it, and maybe you would even see me in some of them, because I used to play them when they were around. But, yeah. Good times, but the server shut down, so, yeah. Rest in peace to that server. And funny enough, he wasn't the only one that did it. Still, the game mode sounds like fun extra game mode other than copying Fortnite. Yeah, to be honest, like, it was a lot of fun, but it's just, like, I was just never really good at it. Not that I like Fortnite. Ah, I see. I've never played Fortnite in my case, so I just don't know how I feel about it. And I think I'm out of wood again. That's just perfect. Also, I just realized it's pretty late at night now. I'm probably just going to keep running things at this point to not risk running into any mobs on the way back. Though, I'm looking down there, I don't see any hostile mobs, which shows that this thing is actually working as intended. Because the whole point is we're supposed to be high enough to where no hostile mobs spawn anywhere but the mob farm. That is the entire point of what we are trying to go for. And given how I just do not see any hostile mobs down there, that's a pretty good sign. But yeah, But yeah, I now have an issue where, I no longer have a thing. Yeah, okay. Wait, only 4 hoppers? Why did I... Oh, yeah, I'm building a smaller mob farm for now. Just because, like, you know, it would have been pretty... Shoot. dangerous to try to get more, what is it? More hoppers right now? More iron, I mean? So that's what we're settling on for the time being. And I can now do other stuff. But yeah, that's effectively what UHC is, in summary. By the way, remember Madoka? There was a movie made for it called Rebellion. A lot of people liked it, but I kind of felt like it ruined the ending of the main show. How? I don't know. You don't have to tell me. Like, even though I don't think I'm going to end up watching this show, just don't tell me just in case. I don't know. Even if I don't think I'm going to, I don't know for sure, so maybe just refrain from telling me for now. I think so. Unless you already told me the ending, which I don't actually remember if you did, and I have to be honest. So maybe that's just further reason to just not really tell me about it. Okay, let's see. Where is my house from here? I think it's over... I think it's below me, actually. Okay. Why do I see hostile mobs down there? I'll say it's a pretty sad ending for the main show. Ouch. Why do I see hostile mobs down there? I must not be high enough. That's the best impression I can draw. I must not be high enough. I guess I do need to go higher, yeah. I think we'll, like, make it where it's like a staircase that goes up, to be honest, because at this point we've already made a big platform. And with all this space we also have on this platform now, we probably have room for a staircase that goes higher. So I think that is, in fact, what we are going to do. Okay, we're going to grab this stuff. Anyway, let's see. Well, what's the number now going to be? That's honestly to be determined, if I have to be honest, Ludwig, because it's like... I first have to figure out what the coordinates down there actually are, because there should not be a bunch of mobs there, yet there is. So I'm not high enough, is what that shows. So, yeah. We are going to figure that out. Probably during sunrise, if I have to be honest, because it's like... That's the most safe and optimal way to do this. So, perhaps in the meantime, we can just talk about, future channel plans. So, I plan to, of course, continue Sonic EXE The Destiny, because I haven't uploaded that many parts of it yet, but I want to upload way more because I played through every single ending. I didn't get to mention that, but I played through every single ending, and I recorded all of them. I just have not gone around to editing the actual recordings and uploading them. So that's going to be happening, but then also, I'm going to be starting on a new edited Let's Play of a, Kirby game, actually. I didn't get to mention that, but that is also a thing I'm planning to do, since I haven't gotten to really mention that at all. Mega Man 3... We'll see when we get to it. Like, it's definitely on the horizon, I just don't know where exactly I would say I would put it. Oh, that's great to hear, Ludwig. Will there be a new video tomorrow? I will see. At the very least, that's another thing though, Ludwig. I am going to stream tomorrow, though. And I'm planning to stream a good number of, EXE games, actually. I didn't get to mention that, but yeah. I know a lot of EXE games have been coming out as of late that I haven't really gotten a chance to check out. I'm going to check them out on tomorrow's stream. So that's another thing to definitely look forward to in that regard, Ludwig. Yeah. Best thing to do, I think, is just wait for sunrise, honestly. It's boring, but it's the optimal way to do this. It's the way that will make us least likely to die. So, yeah. Just checking something. But yeah. Regarding any other plans, Okay, it's just I usually have long talks with my friend Lassie at that time, but it's okay. We can talk the day after. I didn't actually realize. Yeah, I didn't actually realize that. But hey, I get it. But yeah, and yeah, I guess that's another thing that, like, I'm thinking of streaming. Or I wanted to ask a question about this, chat. Do you want to see me stream Super Mario Galaxy? So, the entire reason I'm thinking of streaming Super Mario Galaxy is, well, the Mario Galaxy movie is coming up in a few months, and I think it's pretty appropriate because, well, it's going to be coming out pretty soon, so staying in the mood for it, maybe I could give it a play. Plus, I realize that other than Minecraft, I don't really play that many 3D games on my channel at the moment. That is something I would think of doing. But the movie would be cool, yeah, I'm down. Okay, that's cool, Ludwig. Yeah, because it is something I am thinking of doing because, yeah, with the movie on the horizon, it's pretty appropriate for the occasion. But yeah, the sun is finally rising, which is good. So yeah, let's see. Will you do 1 and 2? Well, funny enough, yeah, I'll start with 1 for sure, but 2 we'll have to see when I'm able to get to it, because I got to be honest, I don't currently have a copy of it on me right now. But I will secure one by the time I finish Super Mario Galaxy 1, hopefully. That is the plan. Also, I'm walking in a kind of dangerous way. Let's maybe not do that. Let's instead cannonball! Yeah. Yeah, I plan to do both games, but, like, yeah. Ah, no, zombies and skeletons are attacking me. Ah, shoot. Creeper. Just gonna run from these guys until they despawn. You can buy this Super Mario, just super expensive Mario 1 and Galaxy 2 for Switch. I actually have 3D All-Stars, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I just kind of figure I can at the very least play the first Galaxy. So then when it comes to Galaxy 2, if there's a way to get Galaxy 2 separately, that'd be cool. But if you can't, then that's not fun, but I'll probably still get it, to be honest. Also, let's grab some copper axes, because we're about to cut up a lot of wood. So let's make sure we can actually get all the wood we need. You can always emulate, but I just kind of prefer not to do that, just because, you know, legal reasons, let's say. I'm kind of trying to avoid getting into trouble with that. But it is an option. It's just, and to be fair, I do actually have a Wii copy of, like, Mario Galaxy 2. I'll just have to look into it. But yeah. Here's a copper axe. And here is... Wait, where's the axe? Okay, did I just miss it even though it was right in front of my... Nothing. Don't say anything, chat. Do not say anything, chat. Not one word about what just happened, chat. Absolutely no words about what just happened, chat. Oh, no, I'm lagging. I'm near skeletons. That's not fun. That's pretty bad. I do not like that. I do not like that one bit. I do not like that at all. Anyway, yeah, regarding that whole topic, yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, I'm definitely at the very least going to play first. I heard Galaxy 1 and 2 costed like $90 or something. That's insane. With both games being over 15 years old. Yeah, I know. And honestly, that's one thing that is pretty annoying about, like, Nintendo games, if I have to be honest with you. They almost never go on sale. Like, usually they only ever go on sale, like, right when they're about to wrap up a console's, like, whole life cycle or whatever, as they call it. Or, like, what's the other reason? What is the other reason? Yeah, what's the other reason? Or just, like, sometimes during the holidays, yeah. Those tend to be, like, the only times they ever go on sale. Meanwhile, Steam has, like, all of these sales that, like, happen on it, like, regularly, and stuff like that. And, like, almost every other publisher does it, like, all the time, but no, Nintendo almost never does it, and that's not very fun. That they, like, never do it, honestly. But that is, in fact, how they operate, and I do not like that one bit. Because it'd be nice to every so often get a Switch game or a Nintendo game at a discount. But, nope. None at all. And then, yeah, like you said, Ludwig, charging full price for games that are, like, really, really old now. It's like, usually the thing you do is the older a game gets, you start to drop the price, but no. Again, they're just like, yeah, Nintendo are kind of a bunch of lamos a lot of times. Oh, boy, tell me about it, Ludwig. Like, I'm sorry, like, I like their games and stuff, but, oh, man, as a company, they cannot be criticized enough. Like, let's see, patenting basic game mechanics, taking down fan games all the time, what else is there that they do a bunch that's really annoying? Let's see, not letting a 4-year-old kid have their character on their tombstone. Oh, wait, wrong company. No, wrong company, excuse me, my mistake, wrong company. I was thinking of the wrong, big evil mega corporation that makes entertainment that's family-friendly. Sorry about that. Let's see, what else does Nintendo do? Oh yeah, shutting down them Smash Bros. Tournaments, that's pretty annoying. What else? Trying to sue, like, what was it that they tried to do? They, like, tried to sue, like, a grocery store just for being called Super Mario one time or something? They lost that lawsuit, by the way, if you're curious, but I know they tried to do that one time, like, yeah, Nintendo can be pretty annoying. In all honesty. If I have to be honest with you. But, yeah. Yeah, and then, like we've talked about, like, charging full price for literal remasters. Like, most other companies, they make a game, like, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago, right? So, then they re-release that game so people can play it again. And then they make the remaster, like, I don't know, $30, you know, something reasonable or something. But no, Nintendo was like, oh yeah, we're going to make it $60. Oh my gosh, I heard about that, Ludwig. There was this one time where they got mad at Sega for making Sonic run slightly ahead of Mario for the box or Mario Sonic the Olympic Games. Yeah, that is stupid. That is just petty nonsense. It's like, guys, Sonic, I'm pretty sure, is factually faster than Mario. What are you getting annoyed about? Like, what? Like, that is really silly. It makes, like, no sense at all. Like, I have no idea why they do that. It's so confusing. So it's just like, yeah, Nintendo can be pretty strange a lot of times. So, I don't know if I've ever been verbal about my intention of, like, making my own entertainment company one day that I will not say what it's called, but a lot of you can probably guess what I'm going to call it. We won't do this nonsense. I promise you that. You can quote me on this, like, years from now. We will not be like Nintendo. We will not be like, Disney. Oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. I knew that, by the way. I was just fooling around. We won't be like even how Sega can sometimes be. Thankfully, it's much less common with Sega. Can I be beta tester? Well, if you fit all the qualifications and stuff, Ludwig. Because, of course, I am going to have some criteria, but we'll just have to see. That is a conversation for another time. But, I think you have a pretty good chance at it, but that's a conversation for another time, Ludwig. But yeah, going back to what I, have said about that, we won't be like these guys. That is my plan, and like I said, you can quote me on that. Because that very much is my intention when I hopefully one day do that. We are not going to be like them. I hope. But yeah. Dun, 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 dun. We are building mob farm. Yes, we are doing that, and we're listening to this nice music in the background. We are doing that. Yes, we are doing that. Yeah, that is what while we skip at the speed of sound. That is what we are doing. Is going to be our plan of things. Yeah, mentioning fan games, Sega are like super chill with fan games, Nintendo like you're getting executed. Like, jeez, seriously, no joke. Like, you remember Pokemon Prism? I don't know if you remember Pokemon Prism, Ludwig, but like, it was this Pokemon fan game that like the developers, yeah, they had it in development for like, what was it, 10 years or was it 9? And then, just when they were ready to release it, it got shut down, and their prior fan games, like, what was it, Pokemon Brown, I'm pretty sure, also got shut down, and Nintendo literally said, don't do anything else with the Pokemon IP, or we're gonna sue you. Yeah, like, it's insane. Like, they're relentless, seriously. Like, what's another example of this? Pokemon Uranium, yeah, like, from what I heard, actually, Pokemon Uranium, Nintendo didn't actually, like, send them a cease and desist letter, but it was like, because of how popular Pokemon Uranium got, they decided to take the links down themselves. Like, that's what I'm remembering regarding Pokemon Uranium, actually. Is like, they decided to take the links down themselves because they were worried about Nintendo bothering them, which, again, honestly, not an unreasonable fear to have, unfortunately, if I have to be honest with you. Because we know how Nintendo is when you make games that pay homage to them. Yeah, they're like, how dare you pay homage to us? All you're supposed to do is be a consumer that just buys our products no matter what we do with them. Or whatever. That is literally how they are. They don't want you expressing how much you're a fan of it. If they don't like it, whatever, etc., etc., etc. From what I heard, the way they do it is like, they go after fan games that they think are somehow going to hurt their profits, which is just odd to me, to be honest. Like, I don't know. It's like, wouldn't the smartest thing to do at that point be to, like, hire the fans that, like, worked on the stuff? Like, I don't know. Like, it just seems like it'd be smarter. But then also, AM2R, that's another game that I know that like, yeah, that happened with, I know. Where, like, again, similar to the Pokemon Prism story, the team spent, like, what, 10 years working on AM2R, they release it after just 1 week, Nintendo shuts it down. Yeah. Hey, at least Subcon DS didn't take that long and then get immediately shut down. Good thing Subcon DS is still up as it currently sits. Like, I've seen fan games ever since I was little, and a lot of times I just thought they were cool. Yeah, me too. Now, regarding any other fan games that come to mind that I know got shut down, let's see. What ones also were there that I know of? I don't know. Those are the most major ones Oh, yeah! There was one time where straight up, Nintendo called, like, Game Jolt? Yeah, Game Jolt, a site that I use. Mario Dollar. I don't know too much about Mario Dollar. Maybe you can give a refresher, Ludwig, on the game? Like, I actually don't know a whole lot about Mario Dollar, to be honest. But, yeah, like, those are all the major ones that immediately come to my mind. I do know that, like, this wasn't them, shutting down a fan project, but I know one time they, like, what was it? They shut down, like, which, on one end, I kind of get this, because it's kind of like they don't want people profiting off of their intellectual property, but I remember that, like, Super Mario Bros. Z, like, what was it? Like, ran a Patreon one time, and that got shut down by Nintendo, I remember. Like, the Patreon itself did. I know. Super Mario Bros. Z itself, stayed up, so, like, they seem to only go after, like, stuff that they really, like, think is a threat to them, which is, like, again, to me, it almost just seems smarter to hire the people that, like, made the game at that point. Like, from what I've heard, something weird I've heard about Nintendo that I do not understand is, like, Nintendo, for some reason, is, like, adverse to the idea of hiring gamers? Yeah, it's as strange as it sounds. It's like, you would think that it's like, people who play games would know what they want from games, right? Maybe it has to do with this philosophy of, like, I don't know, like, maybe they feel like because they like to innovate a lot, if they hired gamers will want more of, like, what they're already used to, when the whole point is, like, I don't know, maybe it's like they want to try new ideas that people don't even realize they wanted? Maybe? Like, I don't know. It's a little bit strange, honestly. But yeah, you can quote me on this too. My company, I will make sure of this, will be completely cool with fan games. Like, as cool as, like, Sega is with them, at the very least. I will make sure that happens. I will just say that now. That is something I want to make sure you know. Again, you can quote me on that. That will, in fact, be the case. But yeah, continuing. Yeah. Like I mentioned, it's like, it's very strange. It's like, they have kind of pretty odd ways of, like, running their whole ship, to be honest, like Nintendo does. If I really gotta be honest on that end. But also, let's see, another thing I need to figure out is how high we're trying to build this, to be honest. Because, like, I said that, like, the problem is, like, we're too close to the ground still, but how too close are we? That is something I think we want to figure out. So right now, this is 186. Let's take a cannonball. Okay. 186. I searched it up and it said 120, but you're way higher than that. Weird. That is so random. So it should be working. That is weird. Yeah, that is strange. Huh. Okay, so we won't go that much higher. Did an update ruin it? I guess that's possible? But, like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it makes sense. I'm just going to place a bunch of torches around here just in case. Like, maybe, like, I don't know, the structure of this, like, interfered with it somehow. But, like, that is really odd. I really hope that's not it, because that would be pretty lame, if I have to be honest with you. If that is what happened. But hopefully that is not what happened, and I think I'm out of coal. That is perfect. The tower could not have all been for nothing. I hope it's not for nothing. That would really suck. Huh, okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to build this and see how it goes. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Can I join? Hello, Jordan Games 1212. Welcome to the stream. This specific world, not exactly. It's a single-player hardcore world, but if you guys are interested in, like, a multiplayer, like, survival world in the future that maybe some fans can join, it'll just really depend, because it's just, like, it's kind of a thing of, like, if I let everybody in, the server will get too crowded. So it's, like, there kind of needs to be a criteria to how we bring people in, but if you guys, in fact, are interested in a survival multiplayer world in the future, I can look into getting something like that started. Since it does sound like you guys, in fact, are pretty interested in that. You're actually the second person to ask on top of that, Jordan Games. So, that is definitely something I will put into consideration. Let's see. Okay, so, yeah, I need, wood. Or no, charcoal. Charcoal, because, we're out of coal, and I am not going back to those caves right now. So, we will settle on the next best thing. For the time being, that is what we are going to do. But yeah. Jumping around at the speed of wood logs. We're going to throw them into the furnace, and we are going to make charcoal so that we can make torches. Yeah. Okay, I searched it up. It says that mob farms can be ruined if you place them too low or near caves. Then again, I got an AI response. I'll look further into it. Okay, that's very strange. I'm not near any cave. But, to be honest, it could be because this big area right here is shaded. That's why I put the torches down, because that actually just might be what the problem is, if I have to be honest with you. That might be what the entire issue is, so we will definitely look into that, for sure. Like, no questions about that. That is something we will do. Alright. I'm going to put all these here so no mobs spawn down here, because maybe that's the issue. Because to be fair, another thing is, I only saw mobs right down there. I didn't really see any in many other places. So that might really just be what the issue is. Also, you know what I think I need to do at this point? I think I need to build a wall around, like, this, we need to build a wall around, yeah, around the base, if I have to be honest with you, because it's like, mobs are dangerous in hardcore, to be honest, and, like, they can really mess you up if you're not careful. So, that will definitely be, I think, one of our very next projects we do after we finish the mob farm. Building a protective wall so it's harder for mobs to get in, because they can really be pretty dangerous, in all honesty. So it is absolutely worth looking into for that entire reason. Okay, I found a Reddit comment literally says, make sure the farm isn't directly over water, so let's just prevent spawning as the... Oh my gosh, that could have been bad! Oh my gosh, that could have been bad. If I hit the ladder, I could have died. See, okay, see, I'm sorry. That's why I don't read chat. That is why I do not read chat while I'm, like, climbing the ladder. That is exactly why I do not read chat while I'm climbing the ladder. That could have been the world. Oh my gosh. So I will read that again when I get to the top, but that is why I do not read your guys' chat while I'm climbing the ladder. Because that could happen. Sheesh. But yeah. That is why I do not read your guys' messages when I'm climbing the ladder, because, yeah. So, let's get to the top first, then I will read what it said. Okay, so it says, check to make sure the farm isn't directly over water, sometimes that will prevent spawning, as the game will just spawn drowned underneath. Yeah, so... I'm not directly over water, or the farm part isn't directly over water. This part is directly over water, but the farm part isn't, so that shouldn't affect it too much. And to be honest, we're not directly over water over here, so, like, I think it's just that, it might just be what I mentioned. If it is the water, though, I might just drain the water at some point, so the drowns don't spawn there. I might just do that. But yeah, no, mobs are spawning. It seems to be the issue is more like about that, like what I just talked about. I think we'll stop here, and we'll give it a shot. Okay, so you're good. Yeah, I'm not directly over water. It's just that, like, only that part of it is. But yeah, so... yeah, because with normal mob spawning, that actually tells us that it should work when we actually finish the design. So that is good. Right there is a good thing. In this goodness world of good and good. Why did I say good so many times? I don't know. Because we got good things going on. That is what is so good about this good situation that we have in this good place that we're making good progress in. Okay, that's enough. That is enough. I will stop. I will stop. That is enough, for sure. Okay, so... I think we should build these fences higher. POV, you're internally panicking. I got it. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Because sometimes people say good a bunch when things are not actually going good. Yeah, just want to make sure we don't spontaneously fall to our death. So, yeah. Here we go. Okay. Out of fence posts. So, I think we should continue. Okay, sun is setting again. I guess we can actually let the night run, just see what happens to the moss playing. I can't believe you can die to fall damage on the ladder, but not from the water. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, another way Minecraft is just not accurate to real life, because water does not break your fall in real life, chat. If you didn't know, it does not break your fall. If you're wondering if it does, no, it does not. It does not. You heard it here first. It does not. It actually, from what I've heard some people say falling in water is actually worse than falling on concrete, which already would be pretty bad. Minecraft lied to me as a kid. It lied to everybody, because it made people think for years water breaks your fall, when no, it doesn't. If anything, it actually makes you fall even harder, is what I have actually heard about water and how it works. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth, and I don't see any mob spawning down there. Nice. Things are looking pretty good. Yeah, maybe I just miscounted how many blocks high we were, to be honest, because it's like, yeah, I don't see any mobs spawning. So yeah, we seem to be good. Doesn't it also depend on how high you fall down from, and how fast you fall? No, it mostly only just depends on the number of blocks, Ludwig. is what I've noticed. That's the main thing it honestly really depends on. Is how many blocks, like, you've fallen. Is really what it comes down to. Honestly, a good farm to make after this might actually be an iron farm, if I have to be honest, because having infinite iron would be really good. The only problem is, like, we'd have to find a village, which, I don't know if we've been to any villages in recent times, if I have to be honest with you. Maybe we have that I'm just not thinking of, but, like, I don't recall us going to a village recently. And so for that reason, yeah. Pretty uncertain situation on that end. You definitely found a village one time, I remember. Okay, then maybe we'll have to, like, look into that again, because, yeah, I don't remember that. Whoa, why is it so dark? Okay, it was just the clouds. Okay, that freaked me out for a second. I just was not sure what it was. But it's just the clouds, that's good. Okay, I put my slabs away, that's the issue. That's not fun. Okay. I think we'll just sleep and skip the night real quick. So, yeah, morning time. Also, let's make sure we put this bed, like... Oh, yeah! I know what you're talking about now, Ludwig. Yeah, I have found a village. You're right. No, yeah, you are completely right. I have found a village. Yeah, let's probably go to that one. So, yeah, honestly, the idea of making an iron farm, yeah, it is, in fact, on the table. I think we will definitely think of it. Ow. But yeah, we will definitely consider it in the future. Because honestly, the idea is there now. It is a real, viable idea. Okay, what the... Okay, I just want to make sure. Huh, that's so weird. What is that sound? Looks like you made a high pole just to look for that while you're trying to find the village. Okay, something is going on that's weird with my mic. I'm gonna see if I can fix it real quick. Testing. Testing. Okay. Looks like we should be good now. Yeah, it looks like we're good. Something just weird was happening with my mic early. Just a second ago. But it looks like we're good now. But yeah, oh yeah, I was trying to get the stone slabs. So, another thing I'm seeing is, we're gonna need more materials that I did not grab. No, I only have one bucket. That is honestly just not ideal at all. See, like, honestly, Minecraft, let me just say, it should have let you make copper buckets, to be honest. And I do not know why you can't make copper buckets. But yeah, here is a pretty big example of the so-called iron scarcity I talked about. Also, especially on hardcore, an iron farm would be really nice to have, because what's the reason? Yeah. While we're on hardcore, we don't like going into the, we do not like going into, caves, because they're pretty dangerous, unless you have, like, enchanted diamond. But, honestly, with wardens around, it's like, even that is just, like, I don't know. Like, seriously. So it's like, even that's just kind of like not guaranteed. Like, if you accidentally dig down to like an ancient city, this is why I guess you have even more reason not to dig straight down now. Even though it's really unlikely, you could accidentally dig down right into an ancient city, and if you do that, you're just dead. Straight up, you're just dead. Like, there's so many wardens there, you're just dead at that point. My emo friend likes bullying me, lol. Well, that's not very nice. I know what that's kind of like. I have a little brother that also just kind of, like, acts like that too, kind of. It's not the greatest thing to be, like, dealing with, but pretty much everybody has rude people, I've just noticed over time. Okay. Let's see. Mosaic's little brother confirmed. Yes, I have two, actually, and a big sister, and I'm not going to give you any more information than that, because I don't need to delve into all of that. But, yeah. Yeah, I actually do. Actually, I never really mentioned that, but I do. I'm not an only child. But yeah, let's see. How many blocks high? Let's see. So I think we go 4 first because that's a requirement for fall damage, I'm pretty sure. Wow, I didn't realize that, Nick. Oh, and I actually have a really little sister now, too. I didn't remember that. She was born really recently. So I have 4 siblings now, actually, yeah. 4, okay. So another 16 blocks. Okay, let's just do this real quick. Just to make sure, we actually don't die. Yeah. Let's see. 1... 2. Wait, hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. There we go. Did I just say 6, 7? To be honest, almost everybody says it, like, every day. Let's be real. Because 6 comes right after 7. That wasn't funny. It's not a very original joke, so of course it's not funny. But yeah, so we've made, like, the tunnel and stuff. Wait. Is this too many blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4... 20 blocks, that means most of them will survive barely any help. I can one-tap them. Yeah, exactly as intended. So yeah, there was another thing I was going to do with the fences I have left over. We're going to do... this. And now we need to get a, another source block. By the way, as a sort of forewarning, in a bit under an hour now, which should be enough time to finish the mob farm at least, but in a bit under an hour, I'm actually going to have to wrap up this stream no matter where we're at, because, I actually have a place to be later, not gonna lie. So, yeah, we can still go on until at least about 3 o'clock in my time, but at that time, no matter what we're doing, we're gonna kind of just have to wrap things up there, just as a warning ahead of time. Just thought you should know that, chat. Firefly bushes. Yeah, that whole situation with fireflies was pretty goofy, if I have to be honest with you. Like, I think you guys are familiar with the whole story. It's like, we're not adding fireflies to Minecraft because they're very poisonous to frogs. Okay, so, why not just make the fireflies, why not just make the frogs, not eat the fireflies? That just seems like a pretty simple solution to that issue, Mojang. Like, why can't you just do that? It just seems kind of random. I mean, I did kind of give you a description of who everybody was in my videos I sent you. You basically did. More or less, Ludwig. I would say that is true. But yeah, I just heard a zombie, so I'm going to tread carefully. Okay. We're going to make sure we're just looking down this entire time while we're doing this. For that reason. Yeah, that's why you, again, don't dig straight down. You really don't know what's below you, and you could literally be just like, you could even misremember what's even below you. Like, imagine if I stood at the top of that log as I dug it, there's no vines on this side either. Or no, there is vines, maybe I would have caught them, but maybe not. Maybe I would have died. And there's the zombie. Die, zombie! Die, zombie! Ah. Oh, he's burning. Okay. Fire will finish him off. There we go. I think everybody knows what I was referencing when I said that. I was, of course, referencing SpongeBob when I said that. There's no other mobs here, right? Hopefully not. I don't see any other ones, but I don't know, you never know. Let's just see how many blocks we have. A lot. And a lot is plenty for me, but honestly, we should probably mine another one. Let's just go to the top of here and just mine this tree down too. That seems like the best idea. Let's see. Other discussion topics. Let's see. The Elytra. How do people here feel about the Elytra? That is a question I have not asked yet. How do you feel about the Elytra? Just something I am pretty curious of. The enemies who are in my videos are basically people I deal with in my everyday life. I figured it was probably something like that, to be honest. Like, based on how you described it, that seemed to be the most likely answer to me. Elytra's fun, but I don't know how to get it. I've only tried it in creative. Oh, you don't know? Yeah, so basically the thing you do to get an Elytra is that, like, you're supposed to go to, like, the end cities, basically. And you're supposed to find, like, an end ship there, and you get a single Elytra that you can repair when it runs out of durability and stuff. That is basically how you get it. As I haven't really said. Yeah, that's how you get it. But yeah, it's a pretty fun item that I would say is, in fact, pretty fairly balanced, to be honest. Because I know people debate a lot on, like, is it fairly balanced? I would say yeah, because it's a pretty strong upgrade that you get. But, to be fair, you get it at, like, nearly the end of the game. You have to defeat the Ender Dragon to get it, or do something crazy. Because I know there's a way to go to the end cities before defeating the Ender Dragon. It's just, like, it's kind of complicated. Doing that's kind of complicated. And on top of this, there are still risks of using an elytra. You could forget the durability on it, and it could break while you're flying, and then you just fall to your death. And then also, you can crash into something with it and die, so you have to actually maneuver it carefully to use it. It's like, yeah. And for the line... Wait, I'm on the ladder. I'll read it when I get up. There, Ludwig. But yeah, like I was mentioning, it's like... I've heard some people try to argue that, like, it blurs the lines between survival and creative, but I could not disagree more with that because of the fact that it's like there still is very much a risk to using it. Also, you need firework rockets to use it. You can run out firework rockets, meaning you can't aim yourself anymore. And if you do use firework rockets, you can crash into something and die. You can and like I said, the other thing, it can break while you're flying and you don't realize. So you have to keep that in mind. There's a balance to it. But yeah, for the line, if you remember and for line, if you remember her from the video, she's a whiny, annoying girl who's obsessed with me and hates my GF Jess. Sounds annoying. Sounds really annoying. Sounds really, really annoying to do. If I have to be honest with you. Just sounds really annoying to deal with. So let's see. Anyway, yeah, so the thing we're going to do here is build up to here. I want to put a water source here. Okay, here's what I think. Put a water source here so we have something to jump into. Grab this so we can actually put the water, up there. Seems like the right idea. So now what we do is build up to this. Okay. This is where it's going to become a little bit messy. Okay, yeah, this. Ouch. But yeah, this seems like the right idea. Honestly, we should probably get scaffolding, if I have to be honest with you. To be fair, I did see some bamboo in the jungle earlier. So it's not a terrible idea. But yeah, continuing on. We're going up, growing. Gonna be golden. Gonna be golden. When it comes to the EXP or whatever. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yeah. Or something. Yes, are singing a song. Yes, we are singing a song. That is what we're doing. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Okay. KO Demon Hunter is kind of dead now, though, right? It's had its time in the spotlight, more or less, yeah. That time in the spotlight's basically come and gone for it. To be fair, yeah. 5, 6, 8. You heard what I just did. You heard what I just said. Good thing we have a lot of water down there. Let's see. What do you think of the actual K-pop Demon Hunters movie? I liked it. I found it pretty good. Like, the writing was pretty great. The songs were pretty good. Yeah, in general, pretty good movie. Pretty solid time, to be honest, in my opinion. Okay, that is what we want to do. Okay. So now we jump back down to it in the most likely spot to jump. Okay, so wait, let me count this first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Darn it. Just because I said a number again. 3, 4, 5. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Part after part after part. No, another part, then a part. How it feels building this thing, in other words. 6, 7 counter 4. Shoot, I said it again! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So it's still correct. Got it. I got it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, darn it! I said it again. Shoot. Okay, let's see. Whoa, whoa, I could have fallen! Shoot! Okay, yeah, good thing I didn't make any assumptions about where I was standing, and I just did it. Bro, I hate memes now. Yeah. I don't know how long 6-7 is going to be around for, because to be honest, it's like people are just going to keep saying it, even in just everyday conversation, if I have to be honest. So it's like, we'll see how long it's around for, to be honest. Because 21, the other number meme, I don't know if you were ever around, for that one. The other number meme, like, it came and went, more or less. But 6-7 is going to be pretty hard to get rid of because, well, it's something people literally just say when counting, to be honest. So it's like, yeah, that's a thing. That is certainly something that is going to happen. 21 is still iconic. No, yeah, I actually like 21 too. I didn't actually say that. I still like 21, to be honest. I haven't really mentioned that. It's just that, like, 21 just, like, it had a resurgence probably because of 6-7, if I have to be honest. Also, 21 kind of makes more sense because it's like, some people maybe would make that mistake, to be honest. Or not a lot of people, actually. I don't know. 21's just funnier, to be honest. I can see how. I mean, I do find 6-7 a little bit funny, but you see a meme a certain amount, it can, in fact, just get a bit annoying. So that is a pretty fair point on that end. Okay, so we're going to need a way to consistently get up there. Scaffolding, of course. Yeah, of course, scaffolding. Let's just make sure I'm jumping into the water. I am. Bam. Huh. Some pretty mysterious music, not gonna lie. I know Briar's going through an emo phase. Oh boy. That's something to deal with. Is this the bamboo? Why is the music so ominous? I don't like it. Okay. Bamboo secured. I'm wondering if there's more bamboo to get anywhere. Was that just another bamboo piece? I thought it was. Wow, that's rude. That is so rude. Yeah, I read what you said already, Ludwig. That is rude. Genuinely, that's like Borderlands. Wow, there's way more bamboo over there. I am going to grab that for sure. Wait, fire? Okay, is there a lava pool over there or something? It just seems like there almost is like a lava pool right there. Or something like that. Otherwise, why would that be going on? There is a lava pool. Yeah, not taking the chance. I am not taking the chance. Let me see if there's also another layer of lava down here. Okay, we'll leave that little bit over there then. Oh, shoot, let's hurry. Yeah, let's just hurry real quick. It's getting dark. Let's just get as much bamboo as we can. Oh yeah, that's plenty, that's plenty. Let's hurry up and head back before it gets too dark. Okay, nice, nice, nice. The mob farm acts is kind of a trail marker. Yeah, I'll read your thing in a sec, Ludwig. It's just I'm a little bit focused right now. Yeah, just a sec, Ludwig. Just a sec. Just a sec. Things are just a little bit urgent right now. Things are just kind of urgent right now. I'm hurrying and not. Oh gosh, hurry up. Was it drowned? I saw it drowned. Okay. Let's hurry up. There we go. Okay, let's see. He's mad at me because he hadn't earned what we're stealing people's content. I was having a bad day. I was siding with the wrong side. I apologize. He refused to forgive me. We hadn't earned over a year ago. Yeah. High schoolers, yeah. Some high schoolers tend to be like that. Don't have much else to say beyond that. Didn't I used to have string? Oh, I used it to make a bow. Shoot. So we're not making scaffolding right now. That's nice. Uh-oh, so I'm having this weird issue where, like, my Bluetooth headset might be running out of battery fairly soon. Hopefully it doesn't become a problem, but yeah, that is happening. So yeah, I'll have to figure that out. I have another headset I can probably just plug in, but Yeah, that is definitely going on. Yeah, that other headset will probably do, to be honest. Let's not do that. You know. Oh my. Yeah, why don't we make that switch now? Have some music in the meantime. Sorry about the longer than expected delay. I had this issue where, honestly, I checked the backup headphones and it turns out they also were out of battery. So, I have a situation going on now where the headset I have been currently using is currently plugged in and I'm going to continue the stream while it's plugged in. That is what we are going to do. There was also one time where there was whining and being jealous because a teacher complimented me and I told the class I was in a musical one time. Line literally yelled at me. She was so jealous. Keep in mind she has a crush on me. Wow, that's pretty annoying. That is pretty annoying. Oh. I guess I have water leaking down. I have a feeling that this is not going to be enough wood. If I have to be honest. I have a weirdest feeling that this is not going to be enough wood. Yeah. Let's take one last trip to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. It is MosaicArts. We are trying to finish building this farm. His voice is like this most annoying voice you can't even imagine it. Oh boy. I'm sorry about that. Sorry to hear that. Alright. I think this should be the last tree we have to break to do things. By the way, have you begun to consider watching Avatar: Last Airbender? Because I'd love to hear more what you think of it. I hadn't actually taken the time to yet, but I do have plans to start it in, like, the near future, I think. I'll even, I think, try to watch a couple episodes tonight and see what I think so far. I mean, you don't have to rush for my sake, just curious. Okay, I got it. But yeah, like I was saying before, in about 15 minutes I'm going to have to wrap things up. Not because I'm not having fun, not because I'm getting bored or anything, it's just I have places to be, and yeah, that much is the case. So, we'll try to see if we can get the mob farm finished today. It's just that, just given the warning ahead of time, we're kind of starting to close in on the end of this stream, given our circumstances and stuff. The axe is gone. Next axe up. I was sad. Hope you can get more done next Minecraft stream. That's what I hope for too. But yeah, like I said, tomorrow we're going to be doing EXE games again. But we'll see if like next Monday I can get more Minecraft done. That is something that might be possible. I'll just have to see what I'm doing that stream. That might actually be where I start Mario Galaxy. But who knows? Maybe we'll double dip. We'll just have to see what we do. Because I'm just not fully sure just yet. As I scheduled things out ahead of time and stuff. But yeah. Mind telling me what EXE games you'll stream? That's for tomorrow, Ludwig. That is what I will say because I want it to be a surprise. That is for tomorrow. Also, you go for 100% Mario Galaxy. I think I can try. That doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Or whatever. However that song goes of scaling up stuff. This has been taking a while, but I will make it. %, where you need to beat the game twice to Luigi second time. After that, you can now play as the Luigi cutscene. I think that's almost more like 200% at that point, because you're basically completing the game twice, to be honest. Yeah, I'll see about that. Huh. Okay, wait. I think I know what to do to get up here. Ladders. Ladders. The ladders that do things. In conjunction with the magical water. Oh yeah, you thought I forgot about that joke? No, I remembered it, Ludwig. And it's a pretty fun joke. But yeah, why don't we save this water for last? That seems like a good idea. Also, I have another idea too. Let's do this. Okay. No, because there's like one star you can't get with Mario, you need to beat the whole game again as Luigi. Sheesh. I guess it would be, then. Didn't I just say... After I literally just said we are going to wait, what do I immediately do? I don't wait. First thing I do is not wait. I do anything but. Man, I am so great at what I do, huh? Regarding that, right? I never make mistakes and I do everything right. Totally. Man, some player am I. Okay, we need to block off the sources and put them back in. Okay. Let's just use that one, which... Okay. I'm not fully sure, I just remember something about needing to beat the game again that 100% I might look into it. Okay, I got it. Okay. You know what? I think we should leave more space on here. Do this. Yeah, probably be smarter to honestly leave more space for mobs to spawn. So yeah, we'll do this. Aren't mob farms technically a glitch? Nah, I think it's just exploiting the mechanics of how the game works. Because to be fair, you do that a lot in Minecraft. Even the fact that, like, you know, you build houses and stuff is technically just taking advantage of how the game works, since that's basically what you do in Minecraft. If I have to be honest. Okay, the sun is setting. Might want to, like, sleep. Okay, let's go sleep on the orange bed. Oh, I never thought about it like that. Yeah, in a lot of ways, you kind of do that throughout the game. That's why the game gives you so many tools that are, like, fragments and stuff like that, of, like, potential of what you can do with them. Like, anvils, you can repair things with them. It never tells you what to repair with them. Enchantment tables, you can put enchants on your stuff. It never tells you what enchants to put on your stuff. A lot of the blocks in the game, it never tells you what to do with them. You can just decide what you want to do with them. It's kind of that kind of idea. Like, they didn't really have to program the mob spawning the way they did. They programmed it in a way where you can kind of manipulate and take advantage of it. Which is pretty clever, yeah. So it could have been intentional, but it's just kind of hard to know. This is a song I made up. That doesn't really have any real significance, but it is a song that I just made up and I now sing. Yeah. Speaking of that whole randomly bursting in the song thing, did you know that that's actually how that one Minecraft song, Diggy Diggy Hole, got made? Yeah, I'm not kidding. That literally the way it happened is just like, Yogscast, I'm pretty sure it was. They were like just playing Minecraft one day. And then one of them just suddenly, I guess when they were mining or something, just started saying, I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole, diggy diggy hole, digging a hole. And the rest is history, as we know. Because we know where that led. We know exactly where that ended up leading. But yeah. Yeah, I am not kidding about that Ludwig, and it's pretty funny, but it's also just really cool, also, to find that out. But yeah. Them randomly bursting in the song basically led to the creation of, like, yeah, one of the most iconic Minecraft songs. What is nowadays considered one of the most iconic Minecraft songs out there. Yeah, it's just kind of funny how it happened, but yeah, that is how it happened, from what I understand. Okay. Alright, so now... Oh wait, yeah, no, mobs aren't going to spawn while I'm making it, because they have to be close enough. Okay, we have torches. Okay, so I'm getting pretty close to that time window where I'm wrapping up. So, let's try to speed this along a little bit without straight up endangering ourselves. But just, you know, don't go too slow. Yeah, I'm almost done. That's why it's like, I think we can do it. Let's just finish it in a way. Imagine dying. Yeah, I know. Nothing like that has ever happened to me while building a mob farm before. No, guys. Guys, that recording you saw of me, like, falling off the mob farm that one time on a hardcore world, supposedly, and I was saying, like, wait, or whatever I said, deep fake. Deep fake. It didn't happen, guys. You heard it here first. Deep fake. That is what it was. They're getting way too elaborate, guys. One time I heard that it was even deep faked one time that, like, I died on a hardcore world to a cave spider. Can you believe what people are doing these days? You can't let them keep getting away with this, man! It's just insane! It was all AI, guys. It didn't really happen. The bots made it up, guys. Seriously, guys, people are using ChatGPT to use crazy things, and like Sora to do things you can't even imagine. It didn't really happen, guys. It's made up. It's a complete and total fabrication. It's not real. No way. It's false. Not this time. Yeah, that totally wasn't me referencing previous hardcore deaths I've had in my Minecraft worlds or anything. That was me being totally, completely serious, and you should believe every last word I said, because everything you hear on the internet is absolutely true. Said a person with 300 IQ and knowledge. It was all just AI, just like this stream, yeah. Who knows if I'm even real, guys? Who knows if I'm even a real person? What if MosaicArts itself was all just AI? Who knows? You can't tell. You really have no idea if it was or wasn't. Okay, so here's the case. I'm really running out of time, so we have time to run a test run on this, and if it doesn't work, we're going to have to fix it another time. That is just what's going to happen at this point. We have time for a pretty brief test run, but if it doesn't work, we're going to have to just cut our losses for now and wait another time to fix it up. Yeah, crossing fingers. Hopefully it does what it's supposed to. But yeah, okay. 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 Now, let's just put the last bits in. Also, we need to put in that last bit of water, which, wait, I think I already did that. Okay. Okay. Where's the ladder, so I can get out right away? Where did I put the... I think it was under one of these things. Not there. It's not there. But honestly, I can probably get out through the water, thinking about it. Yeah, know what? Let's get out through the water. Let's just make sure that is a place we want to fall down to. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's go for it. Alright. moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Oh, shoot, there's a water source left. Let's grab it. Okay. Alright, moment of truth. We'll just wait for a bit, and a mob should fall down here. We are watching and waiting on the edge of our feet, anticipating. We don't know if there is going to be any mobs down there. Damn. So we're watching and waiting. Do 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 do. You don't even think about blinking, or you just might get nothing like I happen. Uh-oh. Wait, hold on. So let me see if I hear mobs, for one thing. I hear mobs up there. It's working. It's definitely working. We just have to wait for them to walk onto the water. So yeah, success! Can we get a W in chat for that? Woo! Yeah! Yeah, yeah, yeah! Success, success, success! Yep, there's a skeleton! There's a skeleton! Bam! Bam! We did it! We did it! Woo! We did it, chat! WWWW! Yeah! Yeah! It is working! We are good! And there's a zombie. Boom! More EXP. More stuff! Yay! Yeah! Now we can really get somewhere, it's looking like. Now, with that being said, MosaicArts is leaving the building this time around. Be sure that you like, comment, subscribe for more. Make sure you subscribe to MosaicPlays for more content relating to Minecraft, Nintendo, Sonic the Hedgehog, Mega Man, EXE, and anything else that we do. Make sure you check out Mosaic Shorts and subscribe to that for highly edited gameplay content relating to our focus IPs, of which I've already talked about us covering on this channel. Check out MosaicVODs to see the archived versions of these VODs, or these streams, excuse me, as they happen. Check out MosaicArts for updates, discussion videos, and otherwise relating to the games of which we talk about. And until next time, spectators, see you the next show.